Now we're testing this. Any suggestions for a short, like 1 week project? For now we're testing this. Okay, so I'm hearing myself there. Suggestions for a short, like 1 week project. Yeah, for a short 1 week project, anything. How do we know if we're muted? I just want to make sure I'm not causing any background noise. You're not. And so now, let me see. I may need to present this in a different way, actually. Now, think about it. May have to just do a tab because I could share tab audio. And now let me test this idea. Oh, but I wouldn't be from the tab. That's why. I have to be on the screen. Okay. I'm going to be covering somebody's face. I don't know whose. Oh, I could do it like this, right? No.
Hopefully it's mine.
Here we go. That's how it's going to work. Okay, perfect. All right. So let me confirm one extra time that everything is playing the way that we want it to play. Can someone unmute themselves and talk for a second just so I could see if and confirm this playing on the stream?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Hello.
10.
Roger, Roger.
All right. Let's pause. Let's see.
Hello.
All right, it's playing on the stream. We're good, y'all. We're good. So some of y'all may have already figured this out, but very last minute, I was enticed to just stream this on all of my social media platforms. So, world, meet the cohort. Cohort, meet the world. As of right now, we are live. We are active. Everyone can see everyone. So if you want to be on the screen, you absolutely can showcase yourself. If you do not want to be on the screen, you do not have to. It looks like Tatiana has her hand up. Why do you have your hand up? Don't be nervous.
No, sorry. I pressed the wrong button. Sorry.
You're fine. Okay. So it's a developer challenge in a sense, right? So I'm going to explain this. By the way, everybody online, thank you so much for the comments. Thanks for hanging out with us. We have some really, really incredible people that have been a part of this. And honestly, really happy that we can. The number of views already, and we haven't done anything, pretty incredible. And so I now feel nervous because we have to definitely make this worth your time. Perfect. So let's kind of discuss what's happening right now, okay? So if you are not familiar with this, I think I've been talking about this on social media a lot lately, but in case you haven't been familiar with this, this is the Dallas Software Developers Cohort. And essentially the idea is we have developers generally at the junior level. Some have a lot more experience than that, some don't. But for 6 weeks, they've been on a team. Majority of them didn't know who their teammates were until the night of the first night of the cohort challenge. And for 6 weeks, they're developing software and products that have a business use case that they can talk about with the ultimate hope of getting a job in tech, right? It gives them something to talk about. It gives them something to utilize when networking. But the bigger focus is it allows them to start thinking much larger and bigger scale and outside of the box than pretty much the average project allows them to have. And so for that, it's a huge win. I can tell you, I've been looking at a lot of the code reviews. I've been looking at a lot of PR requests. All of these projects are, of course, open source, so you can go see the projects if you need to, learn from them, expose yourself to them, et cetera, et cetera. But from day 1 till day 6, I've seen some people in this program truly transform their abilities, which I think is fantastic. Definitely push themselves to a very strong degree, which if I'm being honest, I'm very proud of some of the people in here for that. And then there comes like some harsh, realistic truths before we get to the fun stuff, right? There are some people in this cohort that I believe are truly impressive. There are some people that I think this cohort has also shown that there are gaps within their learning. And I think it's very important that you're able to kind of identify those gaps, right? And based on those gaps, you now kind of know what it is you need to perform better at, right? That's one of the best things that I love about this cohort. We've had some people perform under the level that they thought they would. We've had some people really excel to a level that they didn't know was possible, which I think is incredible, right? And I don't say that lightly. It's not easy. None of this is easy. It's actually pretty dang hard. A lot of y'all sacrificed a lot just to make this 6 weeks happen. There have been some people that couldn't do things at the level that you did and couldn't perform at the level that you did. So you should truly be proud of yourselves, even if you didn't perform as well as you thought you did. But please, after this cohort call, audit your time. Like, really think about it. Like, what did I get for the last 6 weeks? What was I able to do? How did I perform as well that I hoped I would? Did I end up realizing, wow, there's so much that I didn't actually know how to do, and I ended up learning because of that? I think that's really important. The other thing is, for some of y'all, if you've gone through this cohort, it doesn't necessarily mean you are job ready today. For some of y'all, I can absolutely say without a shadow of a doubt, I'd throw my name and a recommendation your way without even thinking about it. For some others, I think this should be a really eye-opening experience for you to be like, there's a lot more that I need to do in order to start having very fruitful conversations. Whichever side of that coin you're on, you really need to be the one to determine which side that is, right? So just because you're able to complete a project or rely on your team to help you kind of get to the finish line, but it should be a real like hard look in the mirror to find out which side you're on in that respect, right? So I don't think anyone did poorly in the aspect of you didn't gain something for this. Either you gain perspective or you gain the project that you needed to have fruitful conversations. Either way, there's a net win here. And even if you weren't able to perform well at all, and some people were definitely in that boat, a handful of people, I've had conversations with quite a few of them today specifically as like a one-on-one kind of realistic gauge of where they should be seeing themselves after this, right? It went really well. Like, of course, they feel bad, like things didn't go the way that they hoped or wanted. But I think the end result was really fruitful because they're like, I now know what I need to work on. And so that's perfect. And I say this because, and I've given this example a couple times. If you've listened to my talks in the past, maybe you've heard it as well. It's I remember my very first job interview. The first interview I ever was able to get, it was like right before 3 months in tech. But I know everywhere I looked online and everywhere that I talked at a meetups, is I kept hearing over like 3 months. And I remember like somehow I convinced the company to interview me. Obviously, it's pre-pandemic, right? So he's waiting to be let in. I don't see any request of people waiting to be let in. He should try and rejoin again if he's not in here already. Yeah. So, and I mean, I've literally got the thing open just so that way I could see. No, it's up to you. There's no harm, no foul if you have your camera on. But I remember my first job in tech. It was pre-pandemic, so you got to go see these things in person and things like that, right? And I remember having an hour scheduled for this. like conversation, and I'm super excited. I like practicing my answers. You know, like they're gonna be like, "Why you want to switch into tech?" And I'm like, "Because of B." Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna nail it. And I remember first question in the interview, it's like, you know, tell me about yourself. And I'm like, yeah, I'm working gas stations, but I learned how to code. And I'm winning it, and I'm really, pushing my standards in life and like really excelling in my abilities. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I nailed that answer, perfect. And then the second answer is like, question was like, okay, well, like, what do you know how to code? Like, do you know JavaScript? I was like, yeah, I know JavaScript. Of course I know JavaScript. I'm building a project right now with JavaScript and la da 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 da. Cool. I barely knew what an array was, but I knew in my mind, I was like, that world began in JavaScript. I nailed that answer. And then I remember they said, well, Danny, that's cool, but like, do you know React? And I was like, yeah, like happy, sad, mad. What are we talking about? Like, I was so new to JavaScript, I never even heard of the words framework or library, right? And so an hour call turned into 5 minutes, and they were like, yeah, you got to get out of here. Like, this is not going to work. I was defeated. I felt destroyed. I felt like the smallest person in the world. And you know what? I was super, super grateful for that experience because it basically let me know what I lacked to be marketable within the industry. And that's when I started realizing I need to research the market. I need to make sure that I have the skills that help me in these conversations. That one conversation really helped me develop an entire game plan on what I needed to be able to showcase and talk to employers. And it worked out really well in the end. So if you're in a similar boat today, don't be discouraged. I would take that as like, you now know, fail, pivot, grow, right? It's my mantra in life. If you fail, it means you didn't push an idea far enough, or you pushed it too far, or you lacked enough knowledge in order to know where to push it. Pivot to where you need to be based on that information that you gained there, and then grow in that new environment, okay? And so hopefully that works out for all y'all. For those hanging out online, thank you so much. If, all these teams, we have 13 teams in total, including a dedicated, first time we've ever done this, a dedicated Team Nigeria, which I think is incredible. We've never had that before. I can say, because I've had sneak peeks, they're awesome. And I'm not even saying that lightly. They've exceeded expectations based on what it was. So the way that we're going to do this, I originally was going to come up with a solution where I would I would like pre-pick the order of 13 teams that are going to present. For those that are presenting their projects, understand it's 2 minutes per, right? So try and stick to that as best as possible. If you go over a couple seconds, we understand. Make sure you do justice. This is your 2 minutes. I've kind of given these instructions already. Hopefully you figured this out, but either one person is speaking for the team or the whole team is speaking, whatever it may be, but only one person should be sharing their screen at a time. So that way, for the entire duration of the 2 minutes, going through whatever it is that they're going through, because anything outside of that, it's just going to eat up all your available time in order to do that, all right? And so, with that being said, I am about to share this thing right here. This thing. Are y'all ready? I see people nervous. I see people excited. I see people sleeping. To be honest, the sleeping is justified. We've been killing ourselves for 6 weeks. So I'm now sharing my screen, and I've put 13 teams in the spinning wheel of names. And I figured this would be the most fair option to find out who's going first, second, third, fourth, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay? Everybody ready? I'm going to spin. Whatever team it lands on, I'll stop sharing my screen. You will start sharing yours, whoever is elected for that team to speak, and we will go from there. Everybody ready? We are on. Really interesting. We are on Team Gerard and Minhoru. So whoever is speaking or the whole team is speaking. Oh, I thought it was the slowest wheel ever. It hadn't spun yet. Hilarious. Okay, I will stop sharing. Before, obviously, we start the presentation. Who is the elected person to speak from these teams? Or is it the whole team? How are y'all doing it?
Karam and I are going to speak.
Perfect. So who's going to be the one sharing their screen?
Asir.
Okay. Y'all, the floor is yours and your 2 minutes start. Well, let's have him share first so that way you're not losing time. All right. The floor is now officially yours.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our app, our project. It's called DSD Services. It's a professional booking system designed for plumbing, electrical, and HVAC repair services. So our platform simplifies scheduling, inventory tracking, and technician management. Clients can easily register, log in, and schedule or track their appointments. This app was built with Next.js on the front end, Supabase for the back end and database, and NodeMailer for emails. And yes, we use no component libraries, just pure organic, unpasteurized Tailwind.
We use Miro to plan everything, breaking it down step by step. First, we set specific naming conventions for the app and defined the problems we needed to solve. We mapped out user flows, how customers request services, how technicians accept them, and how inventory is managed, while designing the relational database to align with these flows. Figma was used for planning our UI and responsive designs. We also use Jira and Discord for communication of our progress. A logged-in client will see their dashboard where they have upcoming and even past appointments. They can schedule a new appointment, select the department and the corresponding service type, select an available date and time slot, use their address on file if they'd like, and add any job details, submit the final request, and go back to their dashboard where they can view that appointment. They also receive an email confirmation.
Technicians will also receive an email confirmation at the exact same time, showing them the work order information and any reserved parts or missing parts. They'll see that exact same information in parallel on their dashboard, where they can go in and cancel or complete their orders. On the admin dashboard, they have full control over the resources across the entire app. They never have to leave our website. They can go ahead, for example, in the inventory tab and manage inventory and change the parts once they come in. Our aim with DSD Services is to help businesses prevent last-minute delays and ensure technicians arrive fully prepared, keeping operations smooth and efficient. Thank you for listening, and check out our awesome and beautiful README, and go ahead and follow the team.
Y'all killed it. Y'all killed it. I love it. Y'all, so well done. Really, really great job. How are y'all feeling? Katie, Acer, May, Kurum, how y'all feeling now that, first off, first demo done, so that pressure is now gone. But how are you feeling in general?
We feel good.
Yeah. A little nervous, proud, but mostly good.
Okay, I like it. I like it. All right. That's hard to follow. I agree. I concur. And so I'm actually one more. May, where's May at?
I'm here, over here.
Okay. I'm taking the screenshots and I'm tweeting them out, including all of y'all. Perfect. All right, we got the team tweeted out. So, and if for those on Twitter, the live stream is there, but also I will be putting including all the screenshots there. And of course, at the end of the cohort, we will put all the projects in one repo that everybody could visit, at least the links to them. So that way you can visit the projects. We'll fork it so that way everyone can kind of see it, since this is a whole open source thing. So if you're maybe a junior dev and you're trying to learn from some really great code, we haven't personally vetted every single line, but there have been team leads that have been gauges, but also the devs themselves. And so you can at least have something to view, essentially. Okay. We are now doing the second one. Y'all ready? Do we do like a drum roll or something? I don't even know. All right. Time for the next team. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And we are looking at close. Oh, Team Elazar and Sean. Let's remove that. Let me start presenting. Who is going to be presenting, or the people presenting from Team Elazar and Sean?
That will be me, Izzy.
Izzy? Okay. Are you also sharing your screen?
Yes, sir.
Wow. YouTube comments coming in. Great job. What's up? Jeremy Ashley, my brother Jeremy, community member. He can't be with us today. Making sure that we show all the love in the chat. A developer challenge that sounds so cool. Yep. What up? Great job. Perfect. All right. So with that being said, do one thing. Press that hide button on the bottom of your screen. Those
Yep.
always drive me nuts. All right. Your 2 minutes starts right now.
So we work on the property management portal, and it's called Super. So here we go. So when you log into the sign-in page, as soon as you sign up, you are welcome to the home page that shows 3 features. One is the front door, the guest access, and smart locker. The front door just gives the ability for the tenant, because it's the perspective that we decided to go with, to open and close the lock. And this enhances the security and is dynamically changed. Then you have the guest access. This one is for a tenant, for a visitor that doesn't have a vehicle, and you can generate a code. And when you generate it, it lasts 24 hours. And if you want, you can refresh, you can copy, you can delete. Then you have the smart locker. This one lets the tenant know if he or she has a package delivered, which is connected to the package management system. And if the tenant picks up the package, that dynamically changes immediately, and now you don't see it. Now you can assign a package to a tenant, and when you submit it, it shows immediately in the page for the tenant. Now we have the guest parking. So similar to the guest access, this one is just for vehicles. So if your visitor has a vehicle, he or she needs to provide their name and their license plate. I already have some names here so I can show that per tenant, you can only have 4 active passes. So if I try to put one right now, it will not let me because only 4 passes are allowed. To prove that this is not just hard-coded data, I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to generate an access pass. I'm going to add one, and it submits, and now it's here. You can see the license plate, you can delete, and you're good to go. Now we have the complaints. So this one provides the ability for the tenant to express a concern, noise, repair, others. So let's say, Izzy, too loud. So this immediately submits and provides the name of the tenant and the type of complaint. Now, the tenant must submit a complaint type or it won't work. Now we have the lease. So for this section, it provides immediate access for tenants already in the system to renew their lease. So if we try Ruben, we can choose a file, which is the lease agreement. We can add the apartment number. We can add an email, which we have here already. And when we share it, the lease start date, the end date, we upload the file uploaded successfully, and then it immediately shows the Dropbox signage and the email of the person that is the tenant. And this is super.
Great work. Great work.
So something that I wanted to do before I leave is, sadly, you can only see the beautiful work of the front end, but the two stars of the team were the backend developers, Ruben and Aram. They did an amazing job. You're not able to see the job in Spring Boot, but I want to give them the credit because they made the endpoints very easy to access, and they did an amazing job alongside my team.
Nice. Fantastic work. Fantastic work. What's going on? Hi. We see the comments. That's a nice ass project. I agree, Noel. I definitely agree. Perfect, y'all. All right. Let me bring this back up. Time for the names. The wheel of names. Y'all ready? Okay, we skipped my name for a little bit. Cool, cool, cool. Ooh, Team Elder and Nikki is confirmed. All right, who is going to be speaking from Team Elder and Nikki?
That'll be me, Thomas Harris.
Thomas Harris, are you also going to be the one sharing your screen?
I am, yes.
Fantastic, fantastic. Heck yeah, great work, Team Elazar. I agree, and Sean. This one is awesome. Man, this is great. Everyone who worked on the super app can use that in conversations with employers for sure. I definitely agree with that. All right. Well, let's hit that hide button, number one.
Where's my bad.
All right.
Yeah, so we all put together a short video talking about what we did on the project and demoing the project. So I'll play that for y'all now. And boy, I hope the audio works.
I'm about to find out. I do not hear the audio. When you share your screen, there's a toggle at the bottom of the sharing option that says share tab audio. Make sure you hit that and check that.
All right, let me try it again.
Yeah. That's why we try not to do the videos on this. It's always a problem, man. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So if it doesn't work this time, we may have to go to full-on demo.
All right, I see it now. This should work.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm a full-stack software engineer. For this project, I worked on building menu category navigation, developing endpoints for kitchen order retrieval, creation, and updates, and distributor API to restock low inventory items.
Hi, I'm Richard. I'm the senior developer of Yes Chef, and I used the broken down MVP requirement documentation that I wrote to create Jira tickets for the team. And I also built out the recommendation model for the application. And I am currently looking for a new role.
Hi, my name is Megan McNeil. I am a mechanical engineer turned web developer. I worked across our application, but primarily I focused on accessibility, our mobile inventory view, and waste tracking features. I'm a certified Scrum Master, so I also propose the sprint plan that our team has followed.
My name is Thomas Harris. I'm a software developer on the Yes Chef app for the Dallas Software Developers Cohort. I touched all areas of the app from the MVP requirements and design to code contributions and PR reviews.
Hi, I'm Anton. I was working in our menu, global and loading states, cart component, and its functionality.
Hello, my name is Yasa, full stack engineer with 100 devs. During this project, my primary focus was on the inventory management system and the metrics dashboard. Enjoy. Yes Chef is a POS system used to optimize restaurants' workflow. This app, inspired by previous POS systems, send orders to the kitchen system made for efficient food management with custom order statuses and recommendation model. Using data from the completed orders, the prediction system recommends popular menu items during peak business hours for prepping and streamlining. The completed order data is also used to determine the waste management and total profitability to add to the overall business intelligence. Yes Chef accomplishes all of this by using a TypeScript, React, and Vite frontend, TypeScript and Express backend, and MongoDB.
Was that the end?
It wasn't supposed to be. I pay enough for this internet. I don't know why it's going so slow.
Next time, download it.
That's a good idea.
You want to try and go to the end to see if that it was just cut off short or something?
I think it just cut off. I might have exported it wrong from Premiere.
Okay. I got a couple screenshots. I'll tag the team. That is definitely way over the time. So let's move on to the next one. But congrats to the team.
Nice.
All right. Very good work. Very good work. All right. Have I presented? Cool. All right. It is Team Bethany, Mike, and Brian. Who will be presenting from Team Bethany, Mike, and Brian?
I'm presenting Hadi.
Hadi, all right. And you'll be sharing your screen as well?
Yeah, I will.
Perfect.
One sec.
Great looking app, y'all. Great app, guys. Wow. Congrats. Thank you, y'all.
Cool. Can everyone see?
We can see.
Cool. All right. So hi, everyone, and welcome to Dwellify, a smart apartment management portal. So let's go ahead and log in. And here we have the administrator dashboard with the upcoming renewals table, the pending leases table, and all the information on the apartments. Let's jump over here to the access control page. So this has every apartment and the primary law code for that apartment, which is going to be given to the tenant. And tenant can also generate a temporary code for their guests. So right here, you can generate a temporary code. And then if you want to delete those temporary codes, you can do that as well. Let's jump over to the complaints page. and you can see these are all the complaints that have been filed, and you can see which tenant it's submitted by. So we can resolve this complaint, and at the bottom, you'll see that it is resolved. Let's head back over to the dashboard and create a new lease for a vacant apartment. So we'll fill in some details right here, put a random birth date. And this is validated on the front end and the back end for both lease and tenant. Let's put a year-long lease right here. Let's do $1,200. Yeah, right, in this economy. Send over the lease, and now that lease is now pending. So if we head back over to the dashboard, you'll see that Lewis's lease is pending. So click back into the lease details, view the PDF, and this is a public route that's going to be sent over to the tenant with the lease agreement PDF that's generated. The tenant will have to sign right here and check the box to sign the lease. And now the lease is active. So if we go back over to the dashboard, you can see right here, Lewis's lease is active. And then we'll click over here to the apartment details page. So this page shows some information about the lease, the current occupant, some details and features and notes. And these are both editable. So they got new flooring. We can save that and refresh, and that persists right there. And then the last thing I'll show you is this nice layout image of the apartment. And we'll go ahead and log out. And that is Dwellify, Apartment Management Simplified.
Man, I like it, man. I like that one a lot.
Thank you.
That's all I needed. Your approval.
And look, I think the look is clean. The functionality is very impressive. Y'all did your thing on that one. Congratulations, team. For real. I got some screenshots. By the way, I am taking screenshots. I'm live tweeting the screenshots as we speak. And remember, y'all are being streamed. So if you're picking your nose and stuff like that, the world is seeing this. So let's just be I'm playing. All right. Hey, looking great. Nice looking app. Better than the one my apartment complex uses. This is what we're talking about. Hey, we got teams that can fix it up for them, you know. We got teams that can fix it up. All right. Perfect. Let me stream again. All right, L. Before you pick, just turn off the camera. David. Oh, which one is it? Hey, by a hair. We have one of the apps that I've been eagerly waiting for. I'll be honest, I was almost hoping it was the first one. We have Team Ayomede and Samson, aka Team Nigeria. Who's going to present?
I'll present Dine.
Okay, and you're sharing your screen as well?
Yes.
All right. I ain't gonna lie. I'm very excited. I'm very nervous. I'm very excited. I'm very interested.
I'm also nervous and excited. All right.
Hey, we're gonna be nervous together, brother.
All right. Can you guys see my screen?
Hold on. You want to hit that hide button? Why is it? Do you just have it super bright?
Okay.
Or it looks very. No, it's not bright. On our side, it looks like it's grayed out.
It's grayed out?
A little bit. Am I the only one that sees it like that?
I see it grayed out too.
Yeah. Do you want to try and reshare again just to see?
Click on the ignore. Click on the ignore.
Yeah, that shouldn't matter, that part. Because it's still pretty bright. Like, I mean, as far as like grayed outs. Yeah, comments are saying the same thing. It's super bright to where it's hard to see. Well, his monitor shouldn't have an effect on what we see. All right, let's try it again. It could be contrast, maybe. If it's still this way, then again, maybe that's just the way he has his view set up, and that's fine. Okay, I say let's just run with it. All right.
All right.
Your 2 minutes starts now.
So, all right, thank you so much. Team Nigeria had me, Edward, then we had Beatrice, Winner, and Emmanuel. Edward and Beatrice handled the back end, and Emmanuel and Winner, they did the front end. All right, so all we did is we built PrepPro. PrepPro is an app that links clients with contractors for services such as plumbing and electrical. So we built two profiles, one for a contractor and one for the client. The one on the right side is the contractor, and the one on the left side is the client. So what happens is that the client can request for a service. For example, they can fill the form when they are looking for a plumber, and then when they fill the form, it appears on the contractor side. So what the contractor now has to do is they have to apply for the service, and it shows them the picture of what the client uploaded because they take a picture of the problem. And then at the same time, when they apply, they also enter their hourly rate. Okay. And then when they apply, the contractor will get the client will get an email on his profile, and then it shows here on his requests. So yes, so when the contractor applies for the request that the client uploaded, the client will have to approve based on the qualifications of the contractor as well as the hourly rate. When they accept the invitation, the system will create a calendar that shows them the details of the agreed time that they will come and do the service, and then also we also incorporated AI to suggest the tools that will be used during the project. Yes, that is all I had for you. Pretty nervous.
Let me tell you something right now. Sir, you got no reason to be nervous. Y'all killed it. Like, seriously, you killed it. That's super impressive. I mean, the online comments say the same thing. Our room says the same thing. It's funny, and I say this very seriously. About week 4 of this cohort, the other leads and myself, the other admin and myself, because we have access to all the team channels, saw the designs and saw what you came out with and what you guys were demoing. And we said, there's no way they did this in such a short period of time like this. Absolutely incredible work from y'all. Every single person on the team, you should be extremely proud of yourself. And the comments say the same thing. This looks like it's ready to be in the App Store right now. Y'all, I have to give you deserve every single clap. Kudos to the entire team. If there was ever any moment I could say this, y'all did Nigeria very proud today. Seriously, you're carrying the country on your back right now, my friend. Absolutely incredible.
Too much pressure, Daddy. Too much pressure.
Let me tell you something. You're the first time we have ever done a dedicated international team. You are the first time we've done a team that we gave more autonomy to with less structure because of the time zone difference. And I was so nervous the entire time because I thought This is just a recipe for them to fail, and you proved everyone wrong. So huge kudos to you. You deserve it. If y'all don't celebrate, you better eat some good food, have some loud music, everything. You deserve it, okay? All right. Next one. All right, y'all. Ooh, okay. It is confirmed. It is Team Deja and Mike. Before Team Deja and Mike says anything, I just need to confirm one thing real fast. For Team Bethany, Mike, and Brian, are the members of your team out? Because I want to make sure I don't miss anybody's name before I tweet this out. Anthony Weathers, Tierney Allen, Falulu, Lewis, and John Drake. Is there one more person that I'm missing?
Monica.
Yes. You know.
And me.
Oh, and Hottie, I guess.
Yeah, the one presenting. I took for granted that he was presenting. Okay. Okay. Sorry.
Sorry, Hottie.
Easy mistake. Anyway, cool. All right. So who is going to be presenting now?
That'll be me, Sean.
Sean, and you'll be sharing your screen as well?
Yes, that is correct.
All right, Sean, let's do this.
All right, let's see. All right, can we see?
We can see.
Okay. All right. Have you guys ever gone into a restaurant and tried to place an order, but they didn't have enough ingredients to make what you ordered? Well, that's a big problem for customers, but it's an even bigger problem for restaurants because restaurants are losing it on sales and therefore profits. And that is a problem that our software, Dine Flow, is aiming to solve. Our team built an integrated point of sale system so that the front of sale staff can add items to create orders divided by categories, and they can create the order. And then if you go to the management system, we have our main value proposition here, which is the machine learning algorithm that we created to recommend prep quantities of ingredients based on what the system believes the restaurant needs, as well as recommend traffic forecasts to see when the busy periods are so that you can make more informed decisions about staff, as well as a Dina, your AI assistant here to answer any questions you might have. We have the menu manager so that staff can see what's on the menu. And our order tracking system keeps track of orders that are in progress, and the staff can set them to completed, which automatically updates the inventory tracking system to take into account the ingredients that were used. You can also see past orders here, as well as details about the order. If we go to our inventory tracker system, we can see that you can take a look at the levels of the inventory and place orders. Our system allows you to place orders to external supplier APIs. We've even gone so far as to build our own supplier API to make sure the system works properly. You can look into productivity metrics here and take a look at some stats to make more informed decisions, as well as waste costs of things that have expired to make more informed decisions about what things you order. We have more information here about just your restaurant and staff. You can take a look at times. And our team used React, Tailwind, Next.js, and TypeScript on the front end, as well as Node, Express, TypeScript on the back end, and a PostgreSQL and Prisma DB for the database, as well as a suite of machine learning tools to create the algorithm. We used Figma to create our design documents and wireframes here, as well as Jira to keep track of our workflow. If you have any other questions or would like to hear more about the software, feel free to contact our team. You can reach out to them on LinkedIn here through the QR codes. Everybody on our team worked very hard, so feel free to talk to us. We'd love to answer your questions. So yeah, don't let your business get into a bad flow. Use Dine Flow. Thank you.
Can you show me the landing page one more time?
Absolutely. The portal or the dashboard here?
Whichever one you think is more impressive.
Sure. We've got this here that just gives you some overview about the app. We've got a video that gives you a kind of a demo.
Perfect.
And yeah, from here you can get to either the point of sale or the admin dashboard.
We got some comments that I need to read out. As someone that worked on POS systems before, this is well thought out and nicely done. Thank you, Vitor. I think the whole team should be thinking about that. And then Noel, of course, very nice project. They had Mike as a lead, so no wonder. Very nice, very nice. All right, y'all did phenomenal work.
Thank you so much.
If you can, real fast, can you confirm all the members of the team? I want to make sure I don't miss anybody here.
Absolutely. We had Belle, Brandon, Deja, Gilbert, Jacob, Keelan, Michael, and myself, Sean.
Perfect. All right. Phenomenal work, y'all. Phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. I really like this. Y'all killed it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Stop sharing, and then I will share now for the next name. The next name on the wheel of names. All right. Y'all ready? Let's see. Let's go. It is now confirmed. It is Team David and Jerry. We are actually past the halfway mark now of teams.
Wow. I'll be presenting. Jake
All right,
here.
Jake. And you'll be sharing your screen as well?
Yep. You should be doing it all.
Fantastic, fantastic. Let's do this.
All right. We are live. All right. Hello, everyone. I have a question for you all. When is the best time to visit your dentist? Now, some say 2:30 is the best time, but here at SmileWorks, we say it's during your scheduled cleaning appointment, which our app can set up for you. Our MVP is a dental clinic management system tailored for dentists, hygienists, and office staff. Everything that you would need to operate a dental clinic exists in this app, or it could be easily added on top. It's ready to scale. It's ready to grow. So our design philosophy is based on microservices. Our UI and backend were completely disconnected, but designed to integrate and work well together. We use React and Next to create a browser app, JavaScript, TypeScript, and JavaScript and Express to handle APIs, authentication, and authorization. And this app is containerized with Docker, and it's ready to integrate with Kubernetes to orchestrate scaling. And we ended up using GitHub projects to track progress and minimize merge conflicts, which we actually didn't have too many of. Our separate repos reinforced our microservices architecture and allowed our devs to focus on loosely coupling front end and back end. Demo time. Let's do this. All right. Can you see the new page?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
All right, here we are. We are logging into our beautiful UI that is minty fresh, toothpastey, and clean. We have a dashboard following trends, upcoming appointments, quick access links. You can search through the entire patient list. You can click on patients and view their treatment history, billing history. You can even go into specific treatments and view the data that's in there. You can update preferences. You can track inventory. All of this works. You can update orders based on thresholds of low stock. We have billing. We have full user list of doctors and hygienists in here. It's a whole lot. Let's jump back. So next steps. This thing is ready to go for a mobile app for patients if they want to look up their documentation and records. HIPAA compliance would be a huge hurdle to overcome, but that's definitely the next step we need to do. We could create UIs for different specialists like orthodontists or endodontics. Here is our team. We actually got along really well. Our biggest disagreements came from deciding snake case, camel case, and SpongeBob case. But I just think everyone knows SpongeBob case is here to win. And thank you. That's it.
Let's go. I'm grabbing all the screenshots. All the screenshots. Wait, did I lose the screenshots? I confirm that I didn't lose. I lost a screenshot. Can you share one more time? I lost one screenshot that I wanted of the main area. How did I lose that one?
Would this be what you want, or the presentation?
Well, that one for sure, and then there was one more that I liked in the beginning. Let me see here. Definitely not the thank you one. That one, the architecture. That one. I think that would look really good. All right. I've got the screenshots. Congrats, team. Kudos, kudos, kudos. Really, really well done. I like that one a lot. I liked the demo side as well. I think that was really good. But I will say I am biased to the dad jokes because even though people were muted, I felt the groan, and that was more than enough for my soul.
Did you notice my background too?
Yes. Matter of fact, let me screenshot you there. Yeah, that's funny.
I didn't have
Yeah.
scrubs to put on, but if I did, I'd be looking right now.
All right. We're in the last half, folks. Last half. This is not a drill. All right. We are back in business. There are 6 names. And I have it on good authority that someone's heart rate is a little elevated because they have to present. Oh, so close, so close. It is Team Caleb and Trey. Who do we have presenting from Team Caleb and Trey?
That is me. Can you guys hear me?
Rick Latin, I can't hear you. Will you also be sharing your screen?
Yes, I will. Here, 1 second.
Shout out to Claude. You know, as many people that want to say AI, there were pretty strict AI rules in this thing, so they really did kill it. Very nice project. Love the dad joke. Cool.
Can you guys see my screen real quick?
We can, yes.
Okay, perfect. In that case, my name is Rick Latin, and this is Smart Living. And this is our solution to Project 4, the apartment building management software. And yeah, this is the team that made it happen. Our team leads were Trey and Caleb, and our team members were Abiram, Will, and Abdwali on the front end, or I mean on the back end, excuse me, and me and Sabina on the front end. And yeah, our project is Smart Living is a comprehensive apartment management software, and we really wanted to emphasize putting everything in one location and just having both the users or the tenants and the landlords be able to access everything from the same kind of program. And the goals that we hit through that was the lease management, the guest access, the complaints, and the community communication. The tech stack that we used for it was React, Vite, and Tailwind, as well as Netlify, all on the front end. We used Django, SQLite, and Postgres on the back end, as well as Render. Some challenges were connecting the front end and back end, but we learned a lot, and we know what we would do going forward if we had to do this again. But regardless, we were very happy with how this turned out. This is a quick glance at the ER diagram, but because I only have 2 minutes, I would love to show you the actual app. So this is just a little sample login page, so we can switch easily between the tenant and the landlord for the purposes of the demo. But this is the tenant side of things, and it has a bunch of functionalities. But or actually, I'm going to start with the landlord side of things. It's got a bunch of functionalities.
Are you sharing your screen?
Oh, did it stop?
Yes.
Showing? Okay. Then I'll reshare it. Okay. Okay, can you guys see this okay?
Yes, now we can. It's a little blurry. Can you zoom in a little bit?
Yes, I can. Or I can try. Here, you know what? Let me.
There we go. For whatever reason, it just fixed at the end. Oh, you just told it.
Okay, well then I'll just let it sit there for a second. But
Well, yeah, you stopped sharing.
yeah, I was gonna try to fix it, but
Yeah, okay. Let's give it a second to
is it
see.
okay now?
It's blurry at the moment, but maybe it just needs a couple seconds. Yeah, it's still blurry. There we go. We're good. Don't hold your
Okay,
breath.
okay.
And
Okay, well, I'll try to get through this quick then. But yeah, the dashboards for on the landlord side of things can show all the users here. We can access anything and change any of the user info if we want to change anything, and then it updates like that. We also have access to all of the users' specific leases, and all of the information on the leases is populated based off the user data. And then you can hit renew, and it does that from there. And in the same way, you can also, based off all the users, notify them if they have received any complaints from anyone else in the apartment, and that is just sent to them from there. And then if we go back to the tenant page and go to the complaints on here, you can see that it says a complaint has been reported in your apartment. And yeah, they can deal with that and they can report a complaint themselves. Also, if we go to the lease management, it just shows the leases for that specific tenant, and they can access it in the same way. And also, as far as dealing with the smart locker, there is a deliveries page here that is populated with the last time they received a package, and if they manually unlock it, then it's updated to the current date, in which they can access any packages that they have here. And if we go to the access controls, they can control the locking and unlocking of their apartment door in the exact same way, where they have this little interface where they can open and lock it. And if you open it, it will stay open for 10 minutes. I'm not going to make you wait that long, but it does clip after 10 minutes. And they can finally just make a little temporary key that they can send to a guest to let them into the apartment. And yeah, that is our solution.
I love it. I love it. Fantastic work.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic work. Really great job, y'all. Seriously. How are we feeling?
Tired, but happy.
I know the tired feeling all too well. But seriously, congrats. Kudos to the team. I think this just shows really great work from y'all. But of course, having great leads, supporting is also great. But having great team members actually coming together and doing something really great. Kudos. All right. Wheel of Names is back. All right. We are back. The number of people watching this, wild. All right. We are back. We are sharing and shaking and spinning. Oh, here we go. It is officially Team Jasmine and Melissa and the last 4 teams. Wow. All right. I'm going to stop sharing. Who will be presenting from Team Jasmine and Melissa? Nobody?
Oh, it's Felipe and Maria.
Okay.
And Justin.
Oh, and Justin.
I'm a navigator. I won't be speaking.
Okay. Cool. I like it. The strategy is going to work.
Go ahead.
Maria,
Your screen.
Felipe.
Yeah.
Like Maria, are you guys here?
We are here and ready.
I am ready. Let's go. We got this.
Let me know if you see the stuff.
We do.
We do. Let's get started. So welcome to Elite Space. We know that managing apartments usually means juggling different platforms. We built a single portal for everything tenants need. To register, every app requires authentication to make sure users can register, log in, reset password, and securely view info. We store a JWT refresh token in a cookie, allowing users to stay logged in and seamlessly access our app without needing to log in Again, our smart lock feature solves the risk of leaving doors unlocked. So here's real-time alert. If your door is left unlocked, a user can click lock now immediately right from their phone. What's cool is that it visually shows the door status and gives a quick way to log from anywhere right in your app on your phone. Smart package. Tenants often miss deliveries or packages are left unsecured areas, leading to lost or stolen items. So our feature logs package deliveries, provides tenants with a unique access code for pickup at the apartment locker. This ensures safe delivery, real-time visibility, and a peace of mind for both the tenants and management. Elite Spaces, peace in all the right places. Now off to Felipe.
Guest access keys. A user can securely get temporary access to your building without sharing permanent keys. It creates a time-limited access code for guests that will expire after they visit. The coolest part is how it generates random secure codes that are hashed in the database for security, of course. And then for the guest parking feature, this feature addresses the issue of unauthorized guest parking by providing a streamlined reservation system. It offers a real-time visual parking lot map where tenants can select an available spot, enter guest details, and generate a temporary permit. The visual parking lot dynamically updates available parking spots while the backend manages guest parking data, and it enforces the permit validity. Tenant support AI. This feature aims to ensure issues are identified and prioritized first. The tenant support feature provides a single, easy-to-use form for tenants to submit their issues. Now we use AI to dynamically assess complaint priority based on the description and the frequency of the complaints, allowing management to focus on the most pressing issues first. Complaints submitted more than twice are automatically escalated, with high priority complaints shown in red, medium in yellow, and low in gray. And then for the digital lease feature, whether it's having to physically print, sign, and send in documents, it is a hassle. So the digital lease feature lets us capture a tenant's acknowledgement digitally. Users can view contract details and submit their confirmations all from within the application. Elite Spaces, your smart home oasis. And a big shout out to the team, Justin Cloud on the back end of the database. Thank you. You were awesome for all the hard work. Michelin Douglas, thank you for the front end. You helped with the form. Thank you so much. Darren King, back in the database. You were awesome. You set a standard. Patrick T, thank you for finishing so strong, my man. Thank you. Eddie Maceda, thank you for the back end and front end. You were always there to lend a hand. Felipe Sanchez, back and front end. That is me. I appreciate myself. Maria Sanley, thank you on the front end as well. You were so awesome and so supportive. Thank you all. Love you. Adios.
Phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal work. Super, super proud. Y'all killing it, killing it, killing it. Cool. All right. Really, really great work. Oh, wow. The comments. I missed all these. And I can choose a parking spot. Crazy good job. This is awesome. Great job from Tony. They got it. Wow. Wows. What a project. What a team. My favorite one so far. Well done on the project. Presentation was great. Team recognition is huge. Heavy on the appreciate myself. Yes. Great job, team. Cool, cool, cool. Y'all showing some love in the comments. Thank y'all. Okay. We are on the last several names. This is a very serious moment, y'all. Very serious moment. My Discord is literally blowing up with mentions and pings and comments. I don't know what I did to get so much information, but nobody's getting a reply right now. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel of names. It's for everyone on here. There's a 1 in 4 chance that you're going next. No pressure. According to StreamYard, and I don't know how accurate this is, 1,800 people are watching right now. No pressure. Team Faye and Nishith. Team Faye and Nishith. Oh, let me stop sharing. I thought I did already. Who will be presenting from Team Faye and Nishith?
That would be me.
Me is Dante. I see you. All right, perfect.
Dante.
And will you also be sharing your screen?
I've got Prescott driving.
Prescott is driving.
Right?
Prescott, are you ready?
Prescott.
Yeah, I'm ready. Sorry about that. Give me
No
one
problem.
second. Okay.
And if you can hit that bottom hide button as well. Oh,
Oops.
Mike Bowman's coming.
Oh, that was. Yeah.
Oops. I keep messing with that. All right. So we went with the contractor. It is an appointment booking service for clients of a contractor, and also an appointment tracker, inventory tracker. Go ahead and click book appointments. We used ChatGPT to take in a client service suggestion and kind of turn it into, or no, it takes their issue description, sorry, and turns it into a service suggestion automatically selects it. It will give them a estimated completion time. There it goes. So water not heating up, it suggests water heater, estimated time of 1 hour, automatically selects it, and then the client can continue through the form. They can select an appointment slot. These appointment slots are automatically generated by our algorithm in the back that takes into account the service suggestion, the estimated time, and the available technicians' calendars. While I was typing this in, our front end is React. We use Tailwind for styling. In the back end, we have Java and Spring Boot. We used AWS as well. We have Elastic Beanstalk working for us. We have RDS, and we've used GitHub Actions for auto deployment. Okay, so the client's going to get a confirmation email, but we're going to go ahead and flip it over to the admin side. For that appointment will have just shown up in the dashboard. Then go ahead and open up in a new window. We have our admin login. Okay, so we have the list of appointments that are either pending or they're just awaiting approval from the admin. You can see the statuses on the side there. And if the contractor, plumber, the administrator of the business wants to go ahead and click view, they can see the client information. And you'll see down here, there's an inventory check. So when a service is suggested or chosen, a list of required parts and tools needed for the job is generated. And we go ahead and check that against our inventory in the back end. So we can see that this is going to be out of stock. We can go ahead and restock that right here in the app. It's just part of the whole inventory check process. Right. See that Mario and Luigi comment with Princess Peach. All right, so admin can write notes on an appointment. You can also click accept or decline depending on the information they had seen. You can go ahead and accept it. Then we are sending emails automatically to the client to notify them of their appointment has been successfully booked, it's been accepted, gives them additional details, and it also will send an email to the assigned technician, which will have that kind of inventory check in there so they know if there's an item or two that they need to pick up. So yeah, this is the one that goes to the client. This is the one right here. You can see the list of items needed. They're now in stock because we went ahead and stocked them up. All right, we go back to the app. You can also connect your Google Calendar. And once you do that, all the appointments that have been accepted will automatically sync into your calendar, and you can view them all in the app and kind of just have everything in one place. Just kind of hanging out down at the bottom for now, but we thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, Pragmatic Plumbers, we provide you with the tools you need for your business to flourish, and you can be flush with cash. We had a great team. Shout out to Josh, Taran, Sagar,
Roxy, Prescott, and I was also there, I guess. Faye and Nashif, really appreciated their leadership. They were there when we had questions. They supported us the whole way through. It was a great experience. Thank you for watching.
Can you confirm everyone on your team for me? Because I know there were some changes. Is Dante, Prescott, Joshua, Roxana, Darhan, who else?
Cigar.
Yeah. Perfect. Congratulations. That was fantastic work, y'all. The comments are especially, I really love how you integrated the calendar feature. I thought that was fantastic. That was a bonus point. So y'all not only got the MVP, you got your bonus point out, which I think is incredible. But someone literally commented, awesome calendar integration. Email worked like a charm. Well done, team. Fantastic. Danny, you put these devs to the test. Yes. We have high standard. We don't lax our standards because it's 6 weeks. You think these devs over here came in here making, little like basic apps? They killed it. I'm proud of everyone in here. All right. You have a 1 in 3 chance of being selected right now. Funny enough, 2 of the teams are admins for the cohort. I didn't think we'd be at the end. So we have Team Rent Daddy, Team Danny, Team Arion and Dennis. One of the 3 is about to go up right now. Y'all ready? Rigged. If anything, this is the worst. I wanted to go way earlier. I'm nervous too now. I'm not even presenting for my team, but I'm nervous too. All right. Let's see how this goes. Admins. Team Rent Daddy. How we lasted to the end, Dennis, I don't know. Okay. Woo. All right. Who is presenting from Team Rent Daddy?
Reem is sharing her screen, and then a couple of us will be talking.
Okay. Let's do this. Oh, it's blurry. Maybe we got to wait a second. Okay, there we go. It's a little bit.
Awesome.
You may need to zoom in ever so slightly.
Yeah, and close the console. There we go.
All right. There we go. We can read that.
Yeah, that looks awesome. Thanks, Reem. All right, how's everyone doing today? It's like we got Ezra, which is our application that we're bringing you today. First off, we know the issue of managing apartments is complex and insanely chaotic. Mainly the issue is that both apartment managers and tenants often have to deal with so many different websites dealing with logistics. So how about we just consolidate this all into a single application? Ezra brings that to life. It brings everything into one intuitive platform, giving apartment managers a bird's eye view of operations while making life easier for tenants. With AI-powered assistance as well for package retrieval, work orders, complaints, and everything else, Ezra streamlines every aspect of apartment management needed for the application. Apartment rentals should be easy for everyone, and that's why we built Ezra.
Somebody going next?
Someone be muted.
You want to say the name? Who goes after Reese?
Yeah, Ryan, is that you?
You're killing your time.
That's not me.
Oh. All right, Reem, pull it up. So Ezra is basically an application that you can manage from both the admin and the tenant side. Particularly in the dashboard, you can showcase all sort of summary statistics and everything needed for an admin to for an apartment manager to log in and easily see whatever is needed inside the application, no matter what. Work orders and complaints can be modified and changed and viewed all from the admin side and changed in a way that's reflected on both the admin and tenant side so that both can get those activities done and both can have real-time updates on the work orders and complaints that they submit immediately when needed.
If you go to the tenant management system,
This is the tenant management section where managers can easily access a list of tenants, their complaints, active work orders. You can also invite new tenants via their email. They'll get a notification instantly via clerk. You can view, you have all their information, complaints, work orders, and you can also delete them as well.
Maybe if you want to show off the apartment setup real fast. So here with the apartment setup, we have an easy form that allows the admin to set up their apartments with buildings. It also goes with the parking spots, which are dynamically allocated, as well as the locker settings and limitations for those parking spots for each user.
What's happening now?
Reem, are you muted?
I am muted. I've been speaking. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So you can add a new lease. Okay. Let's say Anthony Smith. You can basically create a draft lease that gets sent to the Documento client. And once that's created, you can view it to sign it. So I am going to sign it. And that. Get the sign it over here. Or use like your old signature. My computer is suffering, but anyway, once that's done, the tenant will be signing, and then that will be reflected on the lease statuses here. So yeah, they receive a signing URL and they get to sign it, and that turns the lease status into active. And yeah, so the wonderful team that we have, Diego, Hector, and Reese, and Ryan and James, and our team leads with their amazing hands-off style, and strong leadership, Yoon, Day, and Carrie were amazing at guiding us. So yes, our lease management system is comprehensive for apartment managers and tenants alike. Our tenants can basically view digital leases, complaints that they filed, work orders as well.
And in an effort to help them out with both figuring out how to submit a work order and also to interact with them, we also built out a chatbot that is hooked up to OpenAI on the back end. So it's more intelligent than a common chatbot that you would have on a website. So if there's a lot of noise, it would be sympathetic and let you know, okay, yeah, I understand, that sounds frustrating. And then if it continues, it suggests that they create a work order. This has been created to only answer about the apartments and can be included with more information about the apartments if you choose to do so.
Yeah, Reem, if you don't mind, let's pop over to Miro and try to wrap up.
Yeah, we're way over time.
But For the front end, we kept it pretty lean, just with React Ant Design and React Chatbotify and TanStack to handle the chatbot.
And for the backend, we used for programming it SQL C, Postgres SQL, Golang. For external services, we used OpenAI and Documentso. For development aids, we used Docker, GitHub Actions, ngrok, and webhooks. And for deployment, we used Amazon SES, AWS EC2, and Terraform. This right here is the whole entire team, and thank you for coming.
We got there.
Sorry about that time.
No problem.
Yeah,
No problem. I'm glad we got there.
Thank you, Danny.
And for those that don't know, I have to give kudos to this because this team, they went through a lot. There was a lot of hurdles for them in particular. But one thing that I love is one of the team leads, Yoon. She spoke at Commit Your Code conference. So if you went to Commit Your Code, you may have saw her talk. But she was a previous cohort person or a member, and now she's here leading a team not once but twice, the second time in a row, and killing it. So, Reem, I'm going to ask you to stop sharing your screen so we can present the wheel of names. It is now a 50-50 shot if Team Danny goes first or if it's Team Arion Dennis. Flip that coin. I don't know how this happened, by the way. If anything, I thought we were going to be first or second at most. And it is Team Danny. It is Team Danny. Now, I will say this team, in my opinion, I'm very, very proud of. This team had one hurdle that most teams didn't have. And unlike the other teams having 6 weeks, we had 3. So keep that in mind as you see everything that is going. They really, really, really pretty much killed themselves to get to this finish line. I'm extremely, extremely proud of everybody here. I'm not going to talk too much because I don't think that's fair. But I will say I'm extremely, extremely proud.
Hi, everybody. Can you guys see my screen? Hopefully.
Yes.
Okay, amazing. So we went, actually, let me backtrack. One of the craziest statistics that I had learned right before we were starting this project, or pretty recently actually, was within 18 months, half of tenants or residents are going to move out of their apartment complex. And that's not due to price, but mostly because of their living experience. So what we built out is the solution to that problem here. So right here, we have our landing page and we talk about our smart solutions, some of our main features, which are these 6 that we've focused on. So let's go ahead and log in, shall we? From here, we've authenticated using AppRight. So we'll log in as one of our team members, Tatiana, and we'll see here on her dashboard, we'll have 6 main buttons that offer our 6 main features, in addition to her parking passes right here, in addition to her profile, where she can edit, including changing her password here in the app, and where she's currently living. So we can go ahead and look at our bottom right here. This is our active parking passes. So we have them set to expire every 24 hours. Right now, we have 2 that are already expired and 1 that is currently active that will expire in this time limit. If we go ahead and delete this, it'll delete it, and then it'll wipe it away from our database. Refreshes, it's gone. Other features we have up here include lease, guest parking, messages, door lock, one-tap noise complaint, and our packages here. So I'll go ahead and send this noise complaint now, which we'll send over to admin, and we can see that in a second. Guest parking right here is where you can create your parking paths, including all it has is authenticating based off of the tenant's last name, their apartment number. You put in your guest make, model, color, and license plate, and non-resident can also make this as well, as long as the last name and the apartment number is correct. If it is not correct, it won't make it a guest pass here. So going back to our dashboard, we'll also see messages here. Tenants can send messages to admin, and admin can also send messages back to tenants here. So if you see, we had sent over noise complaint, if you remember 724 here. We can create a message to admin using these 5 different types: general, package, noise complaint, management, and lease. Write your subject, write your message, it'll be sent over. Going back to our dashboard here, we also have this door lock here that is integrated, so you can have a locked status and an unlocked status. If you're expecting a guest and you know you're going to be away, you can create a guest key here. It has a 4-digit code where you can copy and share this to your guest, and then it will expire within 24 hours here. Did you forget it? You can make another key here as well. And then we're going to packages here. If you have here, we'll notice that we have some packages that are available, including one that's ready for pickup. And if you have any questions, if a package gets stolen and you didn't get it, you can contact your leasing from here. And so now that I mentioned all of this, I'm going to highlight one of our main features, which is this AI chatbot, or voice chat that we have integrated. It is specific to our app and our apartment complexes that are utilizing it. So if we click it here, it will not start until you click start talking. And hopefully you guys can hear this. Oh my God, there we go.
Welcome to Tenant, a web portal for all your apartment needs. How can I help you today?
How do I create a guest parking pass?
To create a guest parking pass, please navigate to the header at the top of the page. You should find the option there. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, thank you. That was it.
Happy I could help. Have a wonderful day.
Cool. So that is our AI integration, and I'm so sorry you didn't hear that, but hopefully you did. Going back into our admin side over here, you can now see we have another user who's here who does not have any guest parking passes. However, we are looking at the admin side. So let me get you out of here. View messages. Oh no, it's a little slow now. If I refresh this. Oh. We still have that noise complaint sent earlier, and we can also send messages to tenants here. So if you click down, and this is only applicable for the admin side, you can click down a tenant here and it'll show every single tenant that is living at your complex. You can collect who it is, write their message, write their subject here, and it'll automatically be sent there. Other things that are specific to admin and for tenant is the ability to generate a lease and create a tenant account. So if you have a prospect tenant who wants to live in your building, you create an account here using first name, last name, email, a tentative apartment number, and a password. And this is being hosted in Supabase right here. Then once they have created an account, we can also generate them a lease here, which is a really big highlight that I also wanted to highlight here. So it has their active states here. So pending is AKA a tenant has not signed their lease. Active means they have signed it and they now currently live in your unit, and then expired would mean that they have now moved on. Not in that sense, but more so they just left the apartment complex. And we'll go ahead and actually toggle that feature for lease complex or the lease management right here. So right now it says it is pending for Danny Thompson, who lives in apartment 203, and you can see it's still pending. But if he has gone ahead and signed it via Documento, via email, we can have this as pending, and then we'll go ahead and refresh this, and it'll now update with this new lease specific to Danny Thompson in apartment 203. Yeah, new apartment, and it is active. And I believe that is all our features here. We have admin and tenants here, and I wanted to highlight the amazing team that did it within 3 weeks. I want to remind you guys. So it was Stacy, Tatiana, Andrew, Joe, Damien, and myself. And of course, we could not have done it without Danny as our ruler here. And that is our entire project.
Look, I'm not even lying. Like, and I'm not this kind of person. I'm legit tearing up. I'm so serious. I'm so proud of my team. To be honest, I'm proud of all of y'all. If I'm being completely honest, my heart is full right now. But I really am proud of them because I was very strict on the standard, y'all. No hard-coded text anywhere in the app. They had to use labels. We had to make it international friendly. They had to be available for translations. The conversational AI bot, a lot of logic went into this. The fact they were able to execute, because I really had doubts, I'm just proud. Kudos to y'all. Y'all deserve all the accolades and all the praise. You definitely do. Do I really need to do the wheel? I'm going to do the wheel just because. I wonder who's going to land on, y'all. Let's figure this out together. It could be a mystery. I don't know who. Well, I'll be his team, Arion and Dennis.
Finally.
It was a real cliffhanger. I didn't know who was going to land on, but we got there.
We were hoping to don't be the last one, and we were.
Yeah.
That's a mystery game.
That's the one thing we've commented. I don't want to be the last.
And for all the comments that keep saying, did Cass dox me? Yes, I moved to that apartment complex because the app was so good. That was a selling point. Y'all are crazy in the comments. Okay. Team Ren and Dennis. And who's the one presenting?
Johan, me,
and Felipe.
Speaking. Okay, perfect. I got it. Let's go.
All right. Well, my name is Johan, and together with Felipe, we're gonna present our project, Cohort project, that is an apartment format. But what are the problems with the apartment management right now, Felipe?
So as of right now, apartment systems are outdated, sometimes manual. They are difficult to handle tenant information. They lack real-time updates. They are disorganized. They offer poor experience, delayed responses, and incorrect addressing of issues. So what could we do to solve this problem, Johan?
So we have created a application that connects tenant and admin just in one way. And for a tenant, it's an easy way to manage your guests, your issues, you control your locker and your package. And for management, it's an easy way to manage your tenants and their complaints. But how we build this?
So we used Postgres as the database with Supabase. We used .NET for the backend and React for the front end. So let's cut the talk and go to the live demo.
All right. So this is the tenant view. You have a dashboard for them. You can see your latest notifications. You have quick options that you can click on it. You can report issues, manage guests. You can control the lock of your door. You can open and unlock it. If you haven't signed your lease, there is an easy way that you can sign your lease in that way. We try to do things easy and so they don't have too many complications. If you have any package, you can retrieve any code to get your package, and you can also have a thermostat that you control in your apartment. If you have any guests coming to your room, you can add the information and set the time you want them the permission to be acceptable. And if they need parking, you can also fill up the information. You can have the information of your current guest and your previous guest. If you have some problems in your apartment, you can report the issue. It depends on what type of issue do you have, and you can make some description of the problem that you have, and in that way you can see it in the admin side. But how the admin can see how is the view of the admin, Felipe?
So the admin will also have a notification dashboard that they can see the latest notifications. They have also the quick actions where they can register new tenants by submitting a form and then attaching this user to the unit. They can also handle leases, see a list of leases that are pending signature active. They can click on each specific lease to see more information about that specific tenant. They can also see a list of tenants. And so let's wait for it to load. They can search a specific tenant and see what they're up to, what is when is the lease to be renewed, all the packages that the user has. They can add new packages, and also they can see the specific issues for each tenant and their current guests. And also, one of the main features is the management of issues system. They can see a broad list of the issues. They can click on each individually, see of what's all about, mark as resolved as they go, and then it's going to be automatically updated. And I know that issues can be hard to address, can be tricky. So that's why our app has a connection with Gemini API to offer suggestions on how the admin can solve these problems. And they can also take notes and save for refer later. And this great solution was developed by this amazing team. So if you like the solution, like our problem solving, hire us, buy our product, and you won't regret.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Wow. Phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal work. I have to put this here 1 second. Hold on, because I'm doing my screenshots. Trying to live tweet this in real time is tough. It is very tough. Hold on. Can you confirm the names for the people on the team, please?
Yeah. So it's So
Okay,
Dennis and Arion as leads, Ayo, Casey, David, DJ Neil, Felipe, Johan, and Zishan.
Hold on, I'm doing this real fast. Ayo, Casey, DJ Neil. Now, be real. Nobody's listening. It's just me and you, Felipe. How tough was it to work with Dennis? Because I already know.
Nah, Dennis was great, man. He's so helpful and he's the best.
I understand you feel pressure to say that. I get it. It's okay.
Nah.
No, honestly.
I mean, him and Arion made themselves available, and yeah, the team runs smoothly most part because of them. And I would like to public state that this is the best team I ever worked with.
All right, we're going to do one thing. Let me see here. Okay, I want to stop this real fast. Give me 1 second. We are going to do one thing that I think is really important. And everyone says like there's no such thing as a winner, right? Let me see. I did. Oh, right. Hold on 1 second. Where did I put it? Give me 1 second. The chat, by the way, y'all are killing it. Everyone's saying the same thing. Blown away by the projects. Looks great. Super clean. Definitely feel like they saved the best for last. Look at it. Look at it. Really great work, y'all. Hold on. Where did I do this? Yes, right here. Okay. Let's see how this works. Perfect. I am going to share a link in this chat. And our goal here, you can select up to 4 options. Please, in real time, this is all anonymous, but please vote for the projects that you liked best. There's no prize, but I do feel everyone should get the recognition they deserve. And so it is completely anonymous, and you can vote up to 4 times. So go crazy with it, share it. I'm not voting. I'm abstaining from voting. But if I voted, it would be 13 votes for myself because all of y'all killed it. By the way, I don't think a lot of people realize, especially online at the comments, like the work they put in. Oh my God, dude. Like 6 weeks. It is just incredible work. And it's not just the cohort members. I really need to give you your praise. You really did it. But can I just say the leads? Like, and the thing, especially as leads, is like you're controlling yourself, because I've had conversations with a couple of leads where like, if I could just code this thing will be done in a couple of days. And I know. You see the leads laugh because we know. But it's like the one thing that I love about this from the lead perspective, and for those that don't know, all of the leads, they range in skill levels from like mid-level devs, senior devs, directors, engineering managers. It's all over, right? And for a lot of these leads, this is a whole brand new skill set because they've never led teams before, right? So they're learning a new thing in the same time. Like, how do I get the most out of my team? How do I get them to contribute in a meaningful way? How do I get them to respond? They've learned something in this process as well. So that's why I kind of really like it, because everyone is learning something. And so I think it's really good in that respect. You know what, though? Some of these votes are kind of going in the direction that I thought. All right. Last chance to get the vote in. Last chance. Yeah, seriously. Thank you, leads. And me also saying that, I know I've talked to you privately, but you absolutely deserve for me to say it publicly. 1000% I can confirm this cohort would not have happened or been as successful as it was if it wasn't for the leads. 1000%. I don't say it lightly. None of y'all got paid. we didn't have no money to pay the leads. So if you're a cohort member, please understand that. You go to a boot camp, folks are paying $15,000, $30,000. We don't monetize this. We don't make a dime off of this. And so these leads sacrificed God knows how much time, how much effort, literally just to make sure that y'all have a chance to thrive and get a good experience out of this. This is 1,000% a very selfless act. They deserve all of the praise because I'm telling you, there's no way we would have pulled this off without them. Y'all didn't have to pay Yoon. No. She's a very, very, including all the other leads, very selfless in the respect and the aspect of wanting to give back to make sure y'all had something to truly showcase to employers, talk about to other individuals. For those watching, on the stream, just gonna be honest. If you need some devs, we got them. You can see they can execute. We've got them. This is an international cohort. You're in a different country. We got them. Hit my DM. Come to the Discord. I'm open to it all. We will get you somebody that can effectively do something that you need. Devs on deck in here, absolutely. You still haven't got a Yoon cookie? Y'all, Prescott, what are you doing, man? For those that don't know, if you don't live in Dallas, you haven't come to one of our meetups, y'all are missing out. Yoon makes a mean cookie. Fun fact, I don't want to say stole. I took aggressively 4 cookies after the last meetup and brought them home. I didn't get none. They were gone. All right. I'm going to share this. Actually, the votes changed. Interesting. I did not see some of the vote going this way. I will still share. Cool. So the votes are in. If you voted, thank you. If you didn't vote, also thank you. I guess we did something right on Team Danny, so thank you for that. Deja and Mike is up there. Team Jasmine and Melissa. I'll be honest. That interactive parking feature, very impressive. Really, really killed it. Deja and Mike, absolutely. Team Dennis, we are up there. Team Nigeria, we are up there. But to be honest, all of y'all are up there. We had, 115 votes? That's a lot of votes, right? So it gets spread out really easily. But seriously, y'all killed it. Please be very happy for yourselves. You're happy my family liked the cookies? Yes, they took them all. They took them all from me. Now, the other thing that we're going to do real fast, and I'm sharing this. We had, actually, I'm not going to share. I'm going to just tell you what it is. We had an aggregate of votes. I had 2 separate areas for votes. And so I need to share this. We had one set of votes where people in the cohort were allowed to say who they believed genuinely went above and beyond. And on a separate side, I had the cohort mics, aka the cohort leads, give me suggestions on who they believed went above and beyond. And so I won't say who said what, because I like it to remain anonymous. But I will say there's some names on there that you may not think that are on there, and there's some names that you absolutely will think they're on there. And the other thing that I want to say, for those online that do not know this, for this cohort, everyone had to do 5 coffee chats. Majority have never done this before, but then the extra challenge came in of doing the coffee chats in a way that you went out of your comfort zone and reached out to developers not in the community, right? You reached out to senior developers that you never had interactions with before and things like that. There are a couple people that stand out that I must give their praise to. Number one, above and beyond, Izzy. He is the coffee chat king of DSD for this cohort. He has over 30 coffee chats, if I'm not mistaken. He just I'm just going to keep going at this point. I'm just running with all of them at this point. He just went. The second person I really need to give shout outs to, Sandra. Sandra, lady, you killed it with the coffee chats. Absolutely incredible. These were the first two people that I like immediately thought of when it came to the coffee chats. There are some other names of recognition I must give, but one of the leads left a comment of when I asked who were the people in the cohort that you felt went truly above and beyond. Obviously, Izzy. On my team, also Eddie. Taryn hard carried. Of course, other leads getting recognition. So please, huge shout outs there. Izzy and Aram were recognized again. Richard, without a doubt, he acted as if he was a senior on the team. Very great guidance, very great support. And then who else? Brandon, Bell, Josh, Ryan, and David from other teams, you can easily tell were stellar and incredible. We have two, in my opinion, Lewis and Falulu. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, and I don't know what it is. Falilu. I apologize for pronouncing that wrong. I hate pronouncing names wrong, but Eddie and Taryn, once again, incredible and extremely hardworking. Very responsive and good communicators. They were great to work with on the team. Rick Latin, phenomenal coder, but he's so hungry to learn. Always questioning new topics and clarifications. Kudos to you. Reem made sure team meetings got through topics that needed to be discussed. And even though she is traveling and not here right now, has went above and beyond to make sure she's been at everything. Ryan, I mentioned again. Let's see, who else? I want to highlight everyone on my team, which is great. But Gilbert, Bell, and Sean, phenomenal work. Let's see here. Another team lead mentioned their entire team, which is fantastic. I want to, even from my team, I have to say this. I want to give like flowers to everyone, but there's one person in particular that to be honest, I don't think anyone did poorly on my team. Everyone really went to like a crazy level. But one person in particular, I truly believe deserves an extra bouquet of flowers if I was giving them. And that is, without a shadow of a doubt, Miss Tatiana. The sole backend developer for the team. Every time we thought there would be another backend to help out, it didn't work out. We had two backend developers originally. One of them, unfortunately, had a very huge family emergency, had to leave. And I genuinely didn't believe we would have the backend built out. Not only was it built out, it was built out to such a high standard. Tatiana, you absolutely deserve your flowers there. Absolutely 100%. If you were nervous or didn't feel like you deserved it, I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, your family needs to take you out for some steak, some cake, drinks, all that. You deserve it, okay? Other names that came out, Reem mentioned multiple times. Hector mentioned multiple times, and from people not even on Hector's team. Sean mentioned several times. Who else is on this list? David Ogden mentioned several times. Huge kudos there. Philippe Texera several times. Casey, DJ Neal mentioned a couple times. Did a phenomenal and above and beyond. Kurum mentioned multiple times. Katie Holmes mentioned a couple times. Joshua O mentioned a couple times. Belle Duran mentioned more than a couple times. Megan McNeil mentioned quite a few times, actually. Aram mentioned. Let's see here. Keelan Fisher mentioned. Jacob Marin mentioned. Bell more than a couple times again, now that I'm seeing as I keep scrolling through this list. Sandra, oh my God, mentioned more than a couple times. Wow, okay. I did not scroll down all the way here to see all that. And I mean, I definitely concur with the whole Sandra aspect. Hadi mentioned over here. Who else am I seeing on this list? Josh, Cigar, Dante mentioned. Diego from Team Carry Yoon mentioned. Sandra again. Krum again. Izzy mentioned several times. To be honest, though, if I'm being completely honest, I had to share this, obviously, to give everyone the flowers. But going over everything, I really don't think, given time constraints, given the complexity of the challenge, and given, I mean, pretty much everything that we did. Oh, Anthony Weather mentioned. Brandon Hamilton mentioned several times. Who else is this? I feel like I'm missing somebody that I scroll past. Ayo mentioned a couple times. Sean Marshall, he was mentioned. Let's see who else. Johan was mentioned. Let's see here. This is hard because we can't say ourselves. Sorry for the empty response, but I just needed to know everyone deserves it. I agree with that too, by the way. All right. I think all of y'all, even if you felt like you didn't perform as good as you did, or if you felt you went above and beyond, everybody truly, truly, truly went above and beyond. And I asked another question that I felt I had to share here. And that question was, what was one of the most difficult things you overcame in this cohort? There were some really interesting answers in this one. We had like 60 responses in total. Stepping back and letting others contribute to code, even though I had an idea I thought was better. If that does not sum up working on a team, I don't know what else does. And sometimes working on a team, that's what it really comes down to. It really, really is what it comes down to. Interfacing with AI without using a client library because it wasn't offered in the language we used. Very interesting. That is an interesting challenge. My own lack of confidence in my abilities, but I had a great, really supportive team and amazing friends that helped me clearly understand what I was doing and getting things done. Phenomenal work. Keeping tracks of how things work, even though it wasn't something that I made. Definitely cutting scope and figuring out what the right amount of features were going to be for our app. 6 weeks flies by. I'm literally going to screenshot that. So the next cohort is like, when I tell you 6 weeks fly by and everyone thinks I'm just saying it to say it, every single cohort, it is the same thing. Let's see here. Coffee chats. Most difficult thing you overcame in this cohort. There were so many people that I could tell were very nervous. I jumped on calls with people about this. I would even have to respond to DMs because they were nervous about how to approach this. I would say 95% of our cohort hit the 5 coffee chat requirement. Some of y'all, I ain't gonna lie though, y'all really waited to the end to finally hit it. But we did hit it. See, some of y'all laughing because you know you're some of these suspects in general. Y'all waited to the end, but you hit it. So I'm proud you hit it. But if anything, there's no reward for hitting the coffee chat. There's no punishment if you didn't. But if anything, you proved to yourself that it was absolutely possible. So in that respect, I think you should be proud of that. And then merge conflicts. Yes, merge conflicts. When you're a solo dev working by yourself, you don't get a merge conflict. Working on a team, that is a whole new can of worms. Look at this. One of my coffee chats turned into my biggest freelance client of my life. Pretty incredible. Why did Danny just sing merge conflicts? You know why? Because I sing everything. To be honest, a lot of y'all don't know this. Simon Cowell told me that I could be literally the next American Idol in a dream one time. And so like I live by that. I honor that moment a lot. Let's see here. My project kept on breaking and piling up commit messages, even when I only committed one thing. Truly frustrating experience, but learned a ton of valuable lessons from it. Shout out to Mike. Now, there's a bunch of other comments. I'm really, really appreciative of it because you didn't have to respond to the questions if you didn't need to. I do want to say one thing, and a lot of people online right now will probably not understand this. Y'all have no idea. You made it to the end of this cohort. Everyone in this Google Meet call is now an official Mike. Whether you believed it or not, it is true. You are also a Mike. You are a Mike. You are a Mike. Tell your families to start addressing you as Mike because you are Mike. We are all Mikes today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see here. We got some comments here. Can't believe this community exists. So grateful it does. I seriously love DSD. Appreciate you, Jeremy. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Vidor, on behalf of Tatiana's family, thank you for the kind words. We're celebrating her and taking her off. That's what I'm talking about. Let her supersize it. Let her get extra sides. All that. She deserves it. Y'all, we are way over time. It has been real. It has been fun. Thank you for allowing me to share in this experience with you. I appreciate every single one of you, sincerely from the bottom of my heart. Y'all did it. Go have a drink. And y'all, we will see you on the next one. Goodbye, everybody. That's it. I just ended the stream.